Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'd like to show you how to replace skeletal mesh in character bound blueprints from character interaction to your own skeletal mesh if your skeletal mesh is not compatible with Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton, which means it's not rigged to Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton, right? So to do that, we have a character interaction assets folder, and as an example of our skeletal mesh, we use a Paragon Lt Belica mesh. So let's open it up first. So here's our mesh. Let's remove the bones here. Yeah. So here's our mesh. As you can see, in the Paragon characters, the character mesh comes with weapon included already in the skeletal mesh. So we don't need the weapon. And there are two ways we can remove it. First one is actually remove it in the third-party software like 3ds Max. But I'll show you how to do this in an additional video. In this video, we'll use a simple way and just make it invisible via the material, right? So let's find the material of the gun. Here it is. Let's open it up. Delete all of this. Set the blend mode to translucent, and now set the opacity. So matte blend overlay opacity, and set the new opacity to 0, right? Apply, and now the material will be invisible after it compile all the shaders. Okay, there it is, it's invisible. Now the guns will be invisible after the shaders will compile. The guns will disappear. So there it is. Okay, now let's open it, the skeleton of this mesh, the Lt Belica skeleton. And the first thing we need to do is to click on the skeleton tree and click on options, click on show retargeting options, and set everything to skeleton. I set all of the translation retargeting to skeleton. I already did this, but basically you just need to leave the root and pelvis to animations and everything else to skeleton. You right click on this and click recursively set translations to retargeting translation to skeleton. Okay, and do the same for the legs. Set to skeleton and set to skeleton, but I already did this, so as you can see here, yeah. Okay, now we need to click on the target manager and select the rig of select humanoid rig for this skeleton. So next thing you need to do is to open the mannequin skeleton. It's located here in characters, Unreal Engine mannequin and meshes. Open the skeleton and also set it to humanoid, select humanoid rig here, right? Now what we need to do next is to make the pose of our Lt Belica skeleton as close as possible to Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton. So it has this A pose kind of here, right? So we need to do the same with Lt Belica. As you can see, it's a little bit different. To get the best results, you need to match this pose as close as possible. So let's do it. So let's show the bones first, and select the upper arm. And I think we need to rotate it just about maybe 20 or 30 degrees, like so. Probably just let's rotate it 30 degrees here, and do the following to the upper arm right. I'll rotate it 30 degrees. And now we also need to rotate our hands a little bit. So let's take it's the lower arm left and lower arm right. So lower arm right first. We need to rotate it, I think, about 20 degrees or so, because the lower arms are also rotated here in the mannequin skeleton, as you can see. So let's do maybe, yeah, I think that's fine. So let's do the same for the lower arm left and rotate it 20 degrees. Okay, now it looks about the same as our Unreal Engine mannequin. Let's save our skeleton. And also we need to do the following thing. We need to click on the retarget manager, click modify pose, and click use current pose. Right? So it will use the current pose for targeting. And we also need to do the same for the Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton, just in case. Okay, now let's create a folder and call it my anims. My anims this is the folder where we will store our retargeted animations. And the first thing we need to retarget is the anim blueprint of character palm. So here it is. Right click on it, so to retarget anim blueprint, duplicate anim blueprint, and retarget. Select our Belica skeleton. Select our folder my anim here, and let's add a suffix or like underscore my, for example. You can name it whatever you want, but I use this. Okay, let's click retarget and wait before it retargets. Yeah. So here's our animations already retargeted, right? So let's save this. Let's have a look at anim blueprint, and there is our character with animations. Okay. So that's not all of the animations we need to use to make our character playable. So we also need some other animations. Let's go to the animations folder. Let's filter it and click animations here. So let's select all of these animations. Right click on it and retarget and duplicate anim assets again and retarget this to the same folder. And also type the suffix my. Let's click retarget. And they will be retargeted to the same folder. Okay. Now there you have it. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's our animations. But now we have a problem because we also have some of the duplicate animations here. Like you can see, this one is called aim walk my, and this called my one. So we need to delete those duplicates. So let's reset the filters first. We need to delete these duplicates because we don't need them. So let's do it the following way. So we find all the duplicates, which is called my one, yeah, and delete all of these duplicate animations and blend spaces. So it's going to take a while. Okay, now the duplicates have been deleted. Let's save all of these animations again. And this is all of the animations we need to use to make our character. Okay. Alright, now almost everything is ready except for a little bit in the skeleton. So let's open the skeleton. see. We need to add sockets. Oh, actually, I already did this, but basically need to add every socket from the mannequin skeleton to the Belica skeleton. Yeah, like if you have, like you can see here, we have a socket item left hand, and it's attached to the bone hand left, right hand L. So we need to do the same socket here. We can just copy the sockets from here and put it in here, like left hand, like let's leave this one. So just paste it here to the left hand, so that the socket item L hand will be here and attached to the hand left. And you need to do the same for all of these sockets that are attached to the Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton, right? So here we have like a socket weapon and socket item R hand. You need to copy this to hand right in Belica as well. So let's find, yeah, there's our hand right, and there's our sockets here already. I already copied this to the hand right. So you need to copy all of these sockets: weapon, socket item R hand, socket mech holster, socket 2H holster, socket target, everything. Every single socket from here you need to copy to the Belica skeleton. I already did this, so you should do this as well. Okay, let's save now the Belica skeleton after that. And now you can use the Belica skeleton and its mesh in our character blueprint. So let's create a character blueprint. So let's go to example of players, make a blueprint class, and it will be a child of character pawn class. Let's call it Belica. Open it up and change the mesh to Belica, to our skeletal mesh Belica, right? So right now it doesn't work because we also need to set an anim class here. And this will be our character anim blueprint my underscore my, right? This is our retargeted anim blueprint that we're going to use. Okay, let's compile. And now we can test it in our world. So on our level, and let's take our Belica character and test. As you can see, it works already pretty good. Yeah? We can run, we can crouch, and stuff like that. But some of animations will not work. Like, for example, if we want to take a weapon, it won't work because we need to set it up separately. So let's go ahead and do this. Go to Blueprint, Interaction Objects, Items. Each item have its own animation for picking up. So let's set this up here. Oh no, not the weapon. Weapon has it's the ammo has a certain animation. So let's first set the animations for weapon. Like assault rifle here, got its own animation. AR pickup. We need to change it to pickup my. We need to do the following for handgun. Okay. And handgun pickup my. And for anything else we want, like this one as well, and submachine gun as well. Pickup. Okay. Now what we need to do is to go to Belica, character pawn, blueprint, and set some things here in the components. So let's first set the interaction component here. Set up this component. So what we need to do here is to first set up the base pickup animations. Let's change this to our animations. Now close combat attacks as well. So basically you need to change every animation to your retargeted animation for this character to work correctly. So there are lots of them. And you all need to change all of these. Okay. What else do we have here? Let's see. We have the door animations, open door, close door, and so on. We have the interaction objects animations. There are lots of these animations. I won't change all of them, but you get the idea. You need to change all of these animations to your own, okay? For every interaction objects you have. So let's compile. Now we need also to change the weapon storage animations for weapons, yeah? So let's open the handgun first and change these animations to reload my, shoot 1D my, and HG shoot crouch my. This is for handgun, this is for assault rifle. Reload, AR reload, my. AR shoot 1D my, AR shoot crouch 1D my. And same for shotgun. Reload my. SG shoot 1D my, and SG shoot 1D blend spaces. So let's do the same for the submachine gun. What are the animations? Correct animations, yeah. Same reload my, same shoot 1D my, same shoot crouch 1D my. Okay, now the weapons have been set up. Now let's do the same for the melee weapon. There you go. HG kick my, so the kick my, and armed my. So you need to change all of these animations to my, yeah? That's the basic idea. Same for the knife. Attack my, and attack my. Okay? And now, if we test it, it should all work fine. Now let's see. Let's pick up handgun, for example. Okay. Yeah, that back happens because we need to save. We need to save every animation here. Again, let's just save this. And test it. As you can see, it now all works fine. Okay. The car should also work fine. Okay, so that's how you change skeletal mesh to your own skeletal mesh if your skeletal mesh is not compatible with Unreal Engine. Oh, sorry, with Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton. So, guys, that's it for the tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.